them up. The first lift, especially if I start heavy like that, is always a bit sore. It definitely hurts the fingers. So just under 20. And I'll put on a half a kilo. Try and get this done reasonably quickly. Nice. Penny. Just sort of try and relax. It's just the shock of going up half a kilo immediately. Relax. Still on. So. Okay. 21 kilos. Half a kilo when that one just felt dreadful. Ooh. Anyway. I don't usually show my fails, but this is a bit more accurate view of what my training's like. Often there's a lot of failures. What I want is usually by the time I get to a competition, I only get 4 lifts. Not King Kong, this is for most other competitions. I get 4 lifts usually, and that's it. So I can do some practice lifts, but then anything that's officially put down, I can't afford to keep wasting lifts. So in training I do lots of reps, but not like light reps. I usually do heavy. I tend to climb up if I can. I think more often than not I'll do timed holds and max on the ladder, climbing up, rather than heavy reps or even light reps. I don't know if that helps you guys and gals with your training. A lot of it's psychology, trying to relax those muscles, let everything just loosen up and not using anything else, just using your grip. Often it's just that little bit of extra rest I need. Gives the time for the scales to turn off. There was one I did the other day where I did 22 kilos and it turned off during, I'd literally zeroed it. I put the weight on the scales, and by the time I went up it had it's turned off, so I had to wasted the whole shot. Anyway, 21.5. So the idea is that I would either do, I mean, you could get to that stage and then do more lifts of the same weight. So there was one video where I did like 9 lifts of 20.5, and those weren't my only lifts. I'd done some warm-up lifts earlier on, but you know, I was feeling like I didn't want to jump up, whereas this time, this is more common. I'll usually sort of see if I can get a really good max. There's nothing wrong with failure sometimes. Remember, you're still using the same muscles. It's a bit of a jolt to the system, so it's not ideal. Often, if you can get successful lifts more often than not, then it's just a more positive experience anyway. But with me, I do get used to a lot of failure. What I find is I'm slipping partly because I can't hit that max long enough to get the full lift. So literally, I mean, how long is a lift? It's like several seconds, and it doesn't sound like a long time, but it's a long time to be hitting your max pinch. So it's very difficult for me to concentrate that hard for a very long time. That's why I don't do a lot of timed holds in competitions. I've done that many times over the years, but I don't hold the world record for the max timed hold on a half penny, because I just struggle with those long holds. It could be any weight and I would struggle. Some people are really good at that sort of thing. I tend to time all my lifts, you know, consistency. You know, it's no coincidence that most of my lifts look the same. You know, it just means I can rely on that, you know, and concentrate on the power down here, you know, and in here. Ah, yes. I keep hitting my thumb on it when I hit the ground. It's like, that's more painful than a lift. Oh dear. I don't know what to do about that. It's like I keep my thumbnail short, so when I hit the plate it doesn't hurt as much, but you know, not great. There you go. So again, this is a longer video. This is not a weight I often manage to get, so you know, 22 is not a given I'm going to get it, but I feel like at the moment, if I'm really nursing my sort of recovery, I can almost guarantee I'm going to get 22 on a day at the moment, if I sort of time my warm-ups properly. Not like this. This is a standard training set, so it's not. It's kind of. There's a chance that I'll get it and a chance that I won't, you know. It's that first return to the weight where it feels dodgy. Again, I'm very used to those little almost lifts. I would be more worried if I wasn't getting any air under it. If I'm not getting significant, you know, if it's not breaking ground, call it quits. That's you know, that's your body telling you something there. If you are breaking ground, provided it's not too painful, you should just have a little break, go back at it, you know. No harm in keeping on that. getting higher. Again, this happens a lot, and I'll usually not post the videos of the little increments. But this is quite common for me to be getting those little fails, sort of small lifts. Again, for what I want is by the time I tend to sort of train up to over high lifts. So by the time it's in a competition where it's on a height bar, that you want to be hitting that sort of height every time. So I just had a 5-minute break, and I put a bit more chalk on the halfpenny, and the idea is that hopefully that gives me, well, as well as adding a bit of chalk back because of it coming off during the set, it gives me a chance to recover a little. Yeah. Yes. But that was not a long break, but it was enough. Good. 22. Feeling a little bit of adrenaline. That can help. I mean, sometimes if you feel a bit of adrenaline, you might want to go straight for another lift, just because it actually, you might be, you might be able to ride on that, but a lot of the time when you have this sharp end for very, very heavy weights, you have to really nurse your arm and your recovery between lifts. Oh, I think I'm done.